Hello everyone, I'm Bill. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a recap for the Wednesday campaign, and this falls under the holiday adventures. I wrote 3 quick holiday adventures, and they only got through 1 the very first night we tried to run them. So how short my notes were and how long it took to play was a surprise, but it's not unusual. Because there are times I'll make a ton of notes and not use any of them, and they get through a huge chunk of the adventure. Or there'll be times I'm write like 4 or 5 bullet points, and that lasts the whole night. I was thinking these adventures would last an hour, and they've lasted average about 3 hours each. And this is the second one. The party selected the turkeyBear adventure. So it's as you expect. It's pretty much an owlbear except as a turkey. There are 2 things it can do different than an owlbear. It has a frightful gobble, which I just gave it its AC as its frightful presence when it gobbles. And the party only has to make the save once. So the very first round it gives a frightful gobble, and then the party makes a will save, and if they fail it, I believe I rolled a D2 for how many rounds they'd be afraid. If they succeed, they weren't affected. And over half the party was affected from the frightful gobble when the combat started. Trying to remember the other thing I gave it. I know I gave it something else that was unique. I was using the mythic owlbear stats for it, and that made it a little bit more potent. And it turned out to be more deadly than the Hydra, the Great Gobbler, the 6-headed, huge turkey. So the party starts out at a campsite. A storyteller's telling the story to kids, and it depicts the characters that the players want to play are depicted around a campfire. It is fall. The night's been quiet. This is the 4th night that has been super quiet. And the quiet is broken with a great gobble. At that point, they make a save. I roll randomly to see which direction the turkeybear is coming from. The 2 party members that made their save were the rogue and the druid. And they were in line at the direction that the gobble bear came in. In one turn, he drops one of them. In the second turn, he drops the other one. And at that point, just about everyone in the party can move, except for, I think, Boom Boom, the goblin gunslinger. He couldn't move yet, but the round after, he was able to start dealing out some interesting effects. The barbarian charges up to the turkeybear and tries to deal out some damage, and he, although successful in hitting him the first turn and dealing out some damage, he doesn't do much the preceding rounds because the dice don't love him, and he kept rolling crap for attacks. Another character went down. I'm trying to remember who. I think it was the ranger. And the Yenris, the occultist, picks up his quarterstaff and runs up and was the quarterstaff? No, picks up his pick, runs up and hits the turkeybear, criticals for 4 times damage, and does more damage in one hit than the barbarian did for 2 or 3 turns at that time. And he's like, and that's how you do it, looking at the barbarian. And the barbarian was getting angry, which was hilarious, considering he was already raging. After a couple more rounds and a few of the party members going down, the turkeybear was defeated, but not before making a very entertaining impression on this party. The survivors, as per all these Treehouse of Horror style holiday adventures, gained 100 XP, and those that survived gained the title of turkeyBear Slayer to add to those characters. Where each of my players are playing 4 characters total, they only selected 2 for this adventure because that was the requirement. So only 2 of the characters, and only if they survived did they get to take that title. And that was very entertaining. So the turkeyBear, be afraid. It can deal out the damage. Well, until the next holiday adventure, see you guys later.